three key actions for you today. Have a look at your existing policies and review and amend them to see what you need to do to build in um, sort of clauses and things to meet this demand of modern applications. What do you need to do to add to your policies to manage function as a service, for example? What do you need to do to manage containers? Containers is a really interesting one because you're still using licenses in a container, but you can't necessarily see those. How do you go about managing that? Those containers also might not live for very long. How do you measure consumption, for example? So review and amend your existing policies. Set your governance standards centrally, but devolve responsibility for meeting those to others. So the departments using technology are the ones that are going to be responding to your requests, your controls. You want to give them a control maybe around, say, user access, and they need to prove to you that they're following that control through monthly reporting or whatever. And that way you can improve that by seeing where there are gaps and understanding where maybe your policy needs to change or operations on the ground need to change. So set your governance standards and give those to others to perform for you. And the final one, which kind of is a pretty standard stock thing to say these days, but it really is the case, engage your stakeholders jointly. To jointly achieve goals. And you can't do this. You don't try and do this centrally. You just don't have the tools. You don't have the time to really manage all the stuff in a SAM team. I would argue you need to help from your stakeholders, and it's a two-way street, right? So you're going to help them, they're going to help you. And I think in closing, just make sure that you're not getting in the way, but make sure that you're giving enough trust and responsibility to others that they do things.